I got a call from Dr. William Henry, who is the new director of Old Cahawba. He said, Todd, you got to come down here. You got to come see this. You know, coming up this summer of 2026, they're going to have a field school. And that is an area right there next to the slaves' quarters that they're going to excavate. So they took that ground penetrating radar out just to test it and kind of start making some plans. And they found the foundation of the second slaves' quarters that was once behind a huge mansion that was built there. You can see those bricks right there are part of that foundation, and it lines up perfectly with the front of the other slaves' quarters. That building was dismantled, and that extension on the back of that building, that the one that's still there, was built from those bricks that were remaining from the dismantling of that building. What he is doing right now with the ground penetrating radar, while we were standing there, there's been stories for years about a privy, an outdoor brick bathroom that was behind this big mansion and behind those slaves' quarters, but nobody knew where it was. And what he did right there, that video is where he discovered, and that's Ethan Wallace was pushing at that time. He actually discovered under the ground the foundations that they believe are that privy. It's a round foundation, and this privy was said to have been hexagonal in shape. So he actually, right there, discovered that. Now, you see in the foreground, that's Dr. Henry taking pictures of that test pit and of the foundations, and that's volunteer Ethan Wallace in the background, and there's Jonathan Matthews to the right. He's helping Dr. Henry. Jonathan Matthews is the assistant site director. And it's just really exciting stuff going on at Old Cahawba, and looking forward to this summer when they do the field school. People can actually still apply if you're in college and for archaeology. You can actually still apply for that field school.
We did a story about that. If you want to read more about it at blackbeltnewsnetwork.com.
That's right, and I'm gonna have a little more information about that discovery coming up too. A little interview I did with Dr. Henry yesterday. Exciting stuff going on, you know. It's cool to see these kind of things. And what's really interesting, for those who are watching and don't realize, Old Cahawba Archaeological Park is the site that was actually the state's very first state capital. And then it became one of the most prolific, one of the most richest cities in the country. It was number 4 richest city in the country. But the population of slave to white owners, it was a much larger population. So it was also a lot of the African Americans were there. Some of their history in Alabama started there as well. So just a lot of history in that one spot. Anyway, I get excited about it. Can you tell?
It is exciting.
Yeah.
And we have so much history here that's wonderful.
Oh,